Back in the golden years of air travel, flying was a glamorous mode of transportation reserved for well-heeled holidaymakers and international business jet-setters. A trip to the airport was a holiday in itself. Nowadays, as the cost of flying has dropped considerably and security levels have mutated beyond imagination, we find ourselves passing through what amounts to a tactical Cold War zone rather than a simple transit hub. Everyone is a potential suspect and everyone is in danger, or so they like to have us think. But just who are these agents luring around and pulling God-fearing American folks aside, and what exactly do they want? That's what we'll find out in today's episode of the Infographic Show. What are the TSA agents looking for at airports? So first up, just what is and who are the TSA? Well, the Transportation Security Administration is an agency of the U.S. Department of Homeland Security that has authority over the traveling public within the United States borders. The agency was created following the aftermath of 9/11. The first administrator, John McGaugh, was nominated by President Bush on December 10, 2001. Agency proponents, such as Transportation Secretary Norman Mineta, argued that only a single federal agency would be in a position to protect air travel. From February to December 2002, 1.7 million applicants for 55,000 TSA positions were processed. Prior to the formation of the TSA, private security firms managed air travel security. The TSA uses a combination of well-ironed techniques using trained technicians who are skilled in communications, customer service, and document fraud. They use a range of equipment including metal detectors, scanners, closed-circuit TV, X-ray machines, and chemical sensory devices. To make sure you get from point A to point B without any major delay, you should avoid drawing attention to yourself while in transit. But what exactly is TSA actually looking for? Number 1. Guns. Never talk about weapons. Even a friendly joke overheard by an officer could have you pulled to one side and thoroughly searched. If you like to jibber-jabber about guns or gun laws, then an airport is not the place to do it. Even browsing through a copy of popular US publication Guns and Ammo may alert suspicion. Number 2. Coffee. Avoid taking coffee with you as a souvenir. Coffee beans are routinely used by drug smugglers to overpower the smell of the illegal drugs they have stashed alongside it. So if you've been on vacation to Costa Rica and you're looking to bring back a jar of Monte Cristal, consider mailing it back to yourself rather than slipping it into your carry-on luggage. Number 3. Large amounts of cash. This is a red flag for the TSA. It's always a smart move to take only what you need for transit through airports. With technology as it is nowadays, you should never be too far away from an ATM machine. The folks who carry large wads of cash could well be connected with shady commerce, and the TSA are alert to those types. Number 4. Medicines without prescription. Laws on drugs and medicine differ from state to state, so to avoid any confusion, make sure all medicines are accompanied by an RX prescription. Also, make sure that your prescriptions at your point of departure are legal at your destination. Number 5. Stressed passengers. Don't let your stress levels show. We know it's difficult when you've missed that connecting flight and the next one is in 7 hours, but try not to let your anger show. Agents are trained to pick up on suspect behavior, and that includes edgy and stressed-looking passengers muttering obscenities under their breath. Number 6. Line jumpers. In a hurry? Well, wait your turn. Cutting the line at the airport is not only impolite, it may also result in you being singled out as a potential security threat. And if you appear angry while cutting the line, you will be doubly suspicious. Number 7. Unusual items in your luggage. If you've seen our other video on airport security, then you'll remember that some of the most unusual items found by the TSA include a cannonball, live snakes, human skull fragments, and a samurai sword. If you can live without items such as these during your travels, consider leaving them at home. Number 8. Unchecked baggage, especially kids' baggage. Yes, that's right, those agents might be under the impression that you're using your nearest and dearest to smuggle drugs from state to state, or worse, hide a bomb. Number 9. Liquids in carry-on. Trying to get away with smuggling an extra bottle of shampoo or a can of Coke? Well, think again, as TSA officers have this paranoia about liquids after a plot to blow up a 2006 transatlantic flight using liquids was allegedly foiled. No such plot has been attempted since. In the event that you are pulled aside and patted down by TSA, you should remain quiet. Never make crude jokes about being touched by the security agent, as they will consider it sexual harassment and that could lead to more screening. Don't pet their dogs, and under no circumstances offer the agent a bride to let you pass. These people are not allowed to have a sense of humor. Be calm, polite, and considerate, and your travel plans should continue to run smoothly. So, Do you think airport security has gone too far, or do you think better safe than sorry? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Also, be sure to check out our other video called 10 Most Dangerous Cities in the World. Thanks for watching, and as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you next time!